Ever sent a text and realized it's sounding rude in English? You wanted to say, "I'm busy," but it came out as, "Go away." Friends got confused? We've been there too. It's incredibly frustrating when you know what you want to say, but the words come out wrong, especially with proverbs and idioms. It's like your brain is speaking one language and your mouth is speaking another.
Absolutely, Ethan. I remember one time I was trying to comfort a friend who was feeling down. I wanted to say something encouraging, but instead I used a proverb completely out of context. It was supposed to be uplifting, but it just made things worse. It's even harder when you're learning English because proverbs rarely translate directly.
Exactly. My student Steve tried to use the phrase "kill two birds with one stone" in a business meeting to sound efficient. He ended up saying he wanted to literally kill birds. Facepalm. The investors were, well, confused, to say the least.
Oh no! We know this feels overwhelming. Like you're trying to navigate a minefield of hidden meanings. But don't worry, we're here to help you unlock the secrets of English proverbs and idioms. Today, we fix that.
That's right. No more awkward silences or embarrassing misinterpretations. We're going to equip you with the knowledge and confidence to use proverbs like a native speaker. Get ready.
This isn't just about memorizing words. It's about unlocking a deeper understanding of English culture and communication. It's about finally texting your crush without panic. Imagine confidently understanding a movie quote or nailing that job interview because you understood the interviewer's subtle use of an idiom.
Think about it. Proverbs are little nuggets of wisdom passed down through generations. They capture the essence of experiences and offer valuable insights into human nature. Understanding them allows you to connect with people on a more profound level.
And that connection leads to confidence, belonging, and even joy. Picture yourself effortlessly participating in conversations, sharing jokes, and expressing yourself with clarity and wit. It's a game changer.
Plus, understanding proverbs can actually improve your overall English fluency. They force you to think creatively, expand your vocabulary, and develop a more nuanced understanding of the language. This tip? Game changer.
I literally cried when a student told me she finally understood a proverb her grandmother used to say. It connected her to her family history in a way she never thought possible. Proverbs are more than just words. They're cultural treasures.
So if you want to speak English with confidence, connect with native speakers on a deeper level, and unlock a world of cultural understanding, then mastering proverbs is essential. Let's get started. All right, let's dive into some common mistakes that learners make when trying to understand English proverbs. Avoiding these pitfalls will save you tons of frustration.
Proverb mistake number 1, taking proverbs literally. Many proverbs use figurative language, so interpreting them word for word can lead to some hilarious but ultimately incorrect conclusions.
Exactly. My friend tried to comfort someone who was going through a tough time by saying, "Every cloud has a silver lining." But he delivered it with such a serious, literal tone that the person thought he was talking about actual clouds and silver. It completely missed the mark.
Mistake number 2, assuming direct translations exist. What works in your native language might not work in English, and vice versa. Many proverbs are culturally specific and don't have equivalent expressions in other languages.
Totally. My student, Javier, kept trying to translate the Spanish proverb, "No hay mal que dure 100 años, ni cuerpo que lo resista," directly into English. He ended up saying something like, "There is no evil that lasts 100 years, nor body that resists it." While the sentiment is similar to, "This too shall pass," the literal translation sounds incredibly dramatic and unnatural.
Mistake number 3, Maria kept translating me siento to I feel myself. Facepalm. We see this all the time. Remember that feeling isn't always literal feeling. She learned that to express emotions, she could say, I feel emotion, like I feel happy or I feel sad.
And finally, mistake number 5, being afraid to ask for clarification. If you're unsure about the meaning of a proverb, don't hesitate to ask a native speaker for help. Most people are happy to explain it to you.
Absolutely. Learning proverbs is a journey, not a race. Don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. That's how you learn.
Okay, now that we know what not to do, let's talk about some actionable steps you can take to understand and use English proverbs effectively.
Step 1. Start with the most common proverbs. Focus on learning the proverbs that are frequently used in everyday conversation. This will give you the most bang for your buck.
Exactly. A great way to start is by creating a list of the top 20 most common English proverbs, and then making flashcards with their meanings and example sentences. We'll even include a link to a list in the description below.
Step number 2. Learn the meaning, not just the words. Don't just memorize the words of a proverb. Understand the underlying concept or message it conveys. This will help you use it appropriately in different contexts.
Think of proverbs as little stories or metaphors. Try to visualize the situation the proverb is describing. For example, the proverb, "A penny saved is a penny earned," is about the value of thriftiness and saving money.
Step number 3. Pay attention to context. When you encounter a proverb, take note of the situation in which it's used. Who is speaking? What are they talking about? What is their tone of voice? All of these factors can help you understand the proverb's meaning.
Step 4 is your grammar superhero. Use online resources. There are tons of websites and apps that can help you learn English proverbs. These resources often provide definitions, examples, and even quizzes to test your knowledge. When you do this, high five!
My favorite website is called usingenglish.com. It has a comprehensive list of proverbs with clear explanations and example sentences. It's a lifesaver.
Step number 5, immerse yourself in English content. Watch movies and TV shows, read books and articles, and listen to podcasts and music in English. This will expose you to proverbs in natural context and help you develop a more intuitive understanding of their meaning.
Absolutely. Pay attention to how native speakers use proverbs in conversations. Notice their tone of voice, body language, and the overall context of the situation.
Step 6 is practice, practice, practice. The best way to learn proverbs is to use them yourself. Try incorporating them into your conversations and writing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Exactly. A great way to practice is to keep a journal and write down new proverbs you learn each day. Then try to use those proverbs in your conversations or writing throughout the day. The more you use them, the more natural they will become.
Step number 7, ask for feedback. Don't be afraid to ask native speakers to correct your use of proverbs. They can provide valuable insights and help you avoid common mistakes.
You can even record yourself using proverbs and then ask a native speaker to listen to the recording and provide feedback. This is a great way to identify areas where you can improve.
And remember, learning proverbs is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. You've got this.
Today's third tip, Step 3, will save you 10 minutes daily by being mindful of who you're talking to and tailoring your sayings to what they know. Okay, Emily, let's dive deeper into a really important aspect of using proverbs, cultural sensitivity.
Yes, Ethan, this is crucial. Proverbs are often deeply rooted in culture, and using them improperly can sometimes cause offense or misunderstanding. It's like accidentally wearing the wrong outfit to a party.
Absolutely. Some proverbs may be specific to certain regions or social groups, and using them outside of those contexts can be seen as insensitive or even disrespectful. But here's what most learners miss. That can be okay if you acknowledge your own cultural position first.
That's a great point. For example, a proverb that's common in one country might be completely unknown or even offensive in another country. It's always best to err on the side of caution and do your research before using a proverb in a new cultural context.
Let's do a role play to illustrate this. I'll be the frustrated learner and you be the patient coach.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
But slang scares me. It feels like there are hidden rules, and I don't want to mess up.
I understand that feeling. It's totally normal to be hesitant. The key is to be aware of your audience and the context of the conversation. Think of it like navigating a social dance. You want to be mindful of your partner and the music.
Okay, but what if I accidentally say something offensive?
That's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is to apologize sincerely and learn from the experience. You can say something like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that proverb could be interpreted that way. Thank you for pointing it out to me."
That makes sense. So it's about being mindful and respectful, even if I slip up?
Exactly. And remember, using proverbs can also be a great way to connect with people from different cultures. It shows that you're interested in their traditions and values. It's a way to show that you're not just speaking at them, but trying to speak with them.
Wait, Emily, let me show you what happened to me last week. I was talking to a colleague from Japan, and I used the proverb, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do." He looked at me completely blankly. I realized afterwards that this proverb doesn't really translate well to Japanese culture, which places a high value on tradition and respect for one's own customs.
Oh no! See, that's a perfect example of why cultural sensitivity is so important. What you thought was a lighthearted comment actually caused confusion and potentially a little awkwardness.
I learned my lesson. Now I always try to be more aware of the cultural background of the person I'm talking to before using a proverb.
That's the spirit. And remember, it's okay to ask questions. If you're not sure about the meaning or appropriateness of a proverb, just ask. Most people will appreciate your curiosity and willingness to learn.
So the takeaway here is to be mindful of cultural differences, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. And if you do make a mistake, apologize sincerely and learn from it.
Exactly. Proverbs can be a powerful tool for communication, but they should be used with care and sensitivity.
To summarize, cultural sensitivity is about being aware of the cultural background of the person you're talking to, doing your research, and not being afraid to ask questions. It's about showing respect for other cultures and avoiding misunderstandings.
And most importantly, it's about being a good listener and paying attention to the feedback you receive. This will help you learn and grow and become a more effective communicator.
All right, let's move on to our interactive drill.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. We're going to give you a situation and a proverb, and we want you to tell us whether the proverb is appropriate for that situation and why or why not. Write your answers in the comments below.
Here's the first scenario. You are congratulating a friend who just got a new job. The proverb is, "Don't count your chickens before they hatch."
Is this proverb appropriate in the situation? And why or why not? Take a moment to think about it and write your answer in the comments.
Okay, time's up. What did everyone say? This saying wouldn't be very encouraging. It would be like saying, "Congrats, but don't get too excited until it's real."
Here's the second scenario. You are advising someone who is procrastinating on an important project. The proverb is, "The early bird gets the worm."
Is this proverb appropriate in this situation? And why or why not? Pause the video if you need more time.
All right, what are your thoughts? This saying is a good way to encourage someone to get started. You might be indirectly saying, you might miss your chance if you wait too long.
Scenario number 3. You are comforting someone who is going through a difficult time. The proverb is, "When it rains, it pours."
Is this proverb appropriate in this situation? And why or why not?
Okay, what did you all come up with? Not an encouraging saying. This saying might imply the hard times will continue. Use this saying if you're trying to make a point about how terrible something is.
Final scenario. You are encouraging someone to take a risk. The proverb is, "Nothing ventured, nothing gained."
Is this proverb appropriate in this situation? And why or why not?
Okay, let's see your answers. It is! Use this to encourage someone to move out of their comfort zone.
Pausing now, you're doing amazing. Remember, the key is to understand the meaning of the proverb and how it relates to the specific situation.
Wow, you guys did great. We're so impressed with your progress. You're not just learning, you're joining the DialogueBoost family.
Today, you didn't just learn English proverbs. You gained the freedom to connect with native speakers on a deeper level and express yourself with confidence.
And remember, learning proverbs is a continuous journey. Keep practicing, keep exploring, and keep challenging yourself. The more you immerse yourself in the English language and culture, the more naturally proverbs will come to you.
So, what are your biggest takeaways from today's lesson? Share them in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you learned and how you plan to use proverbs in your everyday conversations.
And speaking of connecting, we want to hear from you. What other English language topics are you struggling with? What do you want us to cover in future videos?
That's right. Your feedback is invaluable. It helps us create content that is tailored to your specific needs and interests. So don't be shy. Let us know what you want to learn.
And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more awesome English language learning content. We've got so much more planned for you, including a deep dive into English slang and idioms.
And don't forget to check out the links in the description below for additional resources, including a list of the most common English proverbs and a link to our free English language learning community. You can find some useful websites there that can help you learn a new English proverb or two a day. It makes a big difference.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you found this video helpful and informative. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep boosting your dialogue.
See you in the next video.